You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, let's talk about Bill Belichick. Because he went out there, made some comments in relation to NFL jobs. By the way, Bill done went and got him some quarterbacks. That's right. Bill done jumped out there. UNC got them some quarterbacks out of the portal. And I got to tell you, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Let's just take a look real fast since we're going to talk about Bill. Billy Edwards Jr. transferred from Wisconsin, committed to UNC in early January of 2026. And then down here, this is very interesting. Miles O'Neal, a promising redshirt freshman from Texas A&M, committed to UNC on January 6, 2026. Expected to compete to be the starter. I'm gonna call it. I was wrong last year. I'm gonna call it 7 wins. We gonna get 7 wins. Hey, 7 wins for UNC. Whether or not Bill's there to do it or not, I don't know. Oh, I'm laughing. I kid because I don't care. So right here, there's 6 NFL openings. Bill Belichick's name will be mentioned publicly for one or more of the jobs. I brought him up for the Raiders job the other day. I was like, you're trying to bring in Brian Flores or Brian Daboll or a combination of the two because you want the Patriot way? Why wouldn't you go just hire the Patriot? Honestly, what are you doing? In fact, this would be an opportunity. Belichick could literally hire Brian Flores as his DC, like in New England, and hire Brian Daboll as his offensive coordinator. And then you could have a succession plan because of Bill's age. Let Bill stabilize the franchise, install the true Patriot way, and then after 2 years, you elevate Brian Daboll or Brian Flores, either one of them. You could do that because look, they wanted a succession plan involving Robert Saleh and Pete Carroll, but Saleh was like, nah. I'm going to the 49ers to hook up with my boy Shanahan. Try to get rings and shit. Appearing on the Let's Go podcast, Belichick was asked by host Jim Gray whether Belichick is interested in returning to the NFL. Quote, nothing's changed, Belichick says. I'm where I was a month ago. I'm here at North Carolina. I really appreciate the love and support we've gotten from the community down here, from the school, from Chancellor Roberts, the ADs, Bubba Cunningham, and Steve Newmark, working with Mike Lombardi and our staff here. We're building a good program, and I'm excited about the direction we're headed in. Yeah, but what did Jordan say? The word has it she'd like to see Bill back in the National Football League. Now, where it gets interesting. 2 years ago, of course, it looked like he was going to the Falcons. You know why he did not go to the Falcons? Terry Fontenot. You know what happened to Terry Fontenot? 2 nights ago, his ass got fired. Along with the coach. Interesting. By the way, there is betting odds on Bill. Right now. I guess this is DraftKings, actually. Belichick is currently on the board for 5 existing vacancies. A plus 4,000 for the Giants, a plus 8,000 for the Titans, a plus 4,000 for the Browns. What? This is a little interesting. Plus 1,200 for the Falcons. Plus 1,600 for the Raiders. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I root for chaos. I root for interesting. And this would be wild. This would be wild. A team will first need to be interested in Belichick, and he'd need to be interested in the team. Last year it became clear Belichick that he wouldn't get a job in the 2025 cycle, so he went to North Carolina. By the way, last year's recruiting class and this year's recruiting class was really good. Now, there were times that UNC flashed this year. They played much better the second half of the season than they did the first half. Going to be interesting to see if they take a step. Look, this was all about quarterback for UNC. And unfortunately, you got to wonder, does Bill, and maybe he does because he went and got 2 quarterbacks, does he understand the importance of quarterback? Right? By the way, doesn't Bill Belichick and Kirk Cousins weirdly sort of, doesn't that weirdly sort of fit together? Bill Belichick and Fernando Mendoza? I mean, you know, let's be honest. I mean, if any quarterback that has come out in years feels a lot like a Brady or a Peyton Manning in the way he conducts himself, the almost retarded way that he's all super ultra locked in an old school kind of way too, by the way. Rhodes, you can't say that word. Shut up, Tim Waltz. I don't give a damn what you think. Shut down them damn leering communities. I'm just pointing it out. This is interesting. It's interesting. Do I think he'll go to the NFL? Probably not. But, I mean, Arthur Blank wanted him. He wanted him. Multiple, well, look, I'll never forget. I've told this story before. On Friday evening, it looked like Belichick was the Falcons head coach. And I woke up Saturday morning with the strange out-of-nowhere announcement that Jim Harbaugh was getting an interview with the Falcons. And it was like, what the bleep? I just heard this deal was done with Belichick. Arthur Blank had him out on the yacht and everything. And then we find out after the fact it was Arthur Blank's minions around the Falcons that did not want Belichick there because they were scared they would lose their power. Yeah. By the way, Matt Ryan went to Boston College. And just, not to connect more dots and, anyway. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.